Rajalakshmi Joshi, let's take your thoughts, ma'am. Let's pick up a few states, starting with Bengal. What do you think is happening there, in your personal view?
Rishabh, very frankly, at the start of this month, I had thought that there will be a close fight between the BJP and the TMC. And I had predicted, say, around 130 to 140 for the BJP. But now, looking at the way in which there is this huge turnout, I think that people are fearlessly voting. And that is exactly what I had said, even when I had predicted those numbers, that if people come out and vote in large numbers, and if there is the fear factor is gone, then definitely things will go much better in favor of the BJP. But still, I am playing it a little safe, and I have updated my numbers. And I think that the BJP can easily get between 150 to 160, because if you look at how Ms. Mamta Banerjee and all her close associates, if you look at their body language, if you look at their behavior, their attitude, I think they're all rattled, and the kind of statements that they're making. And also, if you have seen, they've come out with all kinds of all kinds of things, like you have yourself said, fake fingers, and putting tapes on the EVM machines and whatnot. So that shows a lot of desperation. And I think that they know, they have read the reading on the wall. And I think that this is how it is. I don't see a very large sweep for the BJP though,
No,
because
if
I
you
don't
double
look
the number of seats and form the government, it's a swing. It's a very large swing. So 150 to 160, say Rajalakshmi Joshi, that's enough to form a government in Bengal, and that's all that matters. It doesn't make a difference whether you got 149 or 157. It does make a difference if you got 145 or 148. That matters. So enough to form a government, says Rajalakshmi Joshi. BJP takes it in Bengal and creates history, which would mean that the massive voter turnout and record numbers came out to remove Mamta Banerjee, despite the loyalists that she has and the voters that she's always had. That the extra number of people came out, that would mean the BJP was right in thinking that it was fear that was preventing people from voting, that a peaceful election will bring out the latent vote that is fearful of Gunda Raj, and they'll come and remove it. Now, that's a personal prediction. Not very much for the Congress or the left. A lot of people are thinking they get nothing, or maybe one or two. So that's in Bengal. Let's pick up the next state with Rajalakshmi ji. What do you think, ma'am, is happening in Assam? What are your numbers for that?
Rishabh, for Assam, I see a clear victory for Himanta Biswa Sarma. That is in the range of 90 to 100 seats. Because I think that, he enjoys a lot of popularity, especially with the M factor, that is the Mahila, which is, I think, the major force nowadays. And rightly so. So he is definitely a big hit there. And obviously, he has the advantage of the double engine, and also he has actually touched all the right points. He has picked up the infiltration factor also, which actually resonates with the people on the on ground. So people are definitely hassled by that aspect. So then I think that that is the reason why he is definitely coming back to power.
Okay.
And the Congress has definitely not done much, and very frankly, they have not even promised enough. I think they lack the efforts again.
Okay.
Another important state, Tamil Nadu, 234 of those seats. Do you think DMK is going to continue with its reign?
Megha, one thing about Tamil Nadu is that the AIADMK has returned to power in the past, but the DMK in its history has never returned to power. That is the way it has been with the DMK. And this time around also, I don't see that the DMK has done anything phenomenal. And very frankly, they had promised more than 500 plus promises in their manifesto, and out of which I think they have merely fulfilled, say, perhaps say 25 or 30 of them. So that is how things stand, and people are not really very happy. There were a lot of issues, and the BJP had actually brought up all these issues about how, see, the issues about, say, maybe the language issue or even the SIR, that has never been the major issue in Tamil Nadu. So that has not really affected it as much as the DMK wants people to believe that the SIR was a major issue or that the language is a major issue. What the people want there is employment, of course, and also a lot of people, especially the Hindus, are actually aghast at the way in which their culture, the way in which their religion is being ridiculed. So all of that is also causing a major, things are going in favor of the ND. And
Okay.
so, even
Okay,
if
all
you have
right.
noticed,
All right, that's interesting because not too many people have given that prediction that the AIDMK plus BJP combined is going to actually surpass the DMK numbers. So it's going to be interesting. Kerala, 140 seats. How do you think the UDF versus the LDF tussle is going to work out?
Mega, the way I see it, I think that the UDF and the LDF are almost at par with each other right now, and things could go either way. But what I see is that the BJP is making some inroads, and that is a huge achievement for the BJP, considering that they have done very poorly in the state in the past, in spite of the fact that they have a huge presence of the RSS. But in spite of that, the BJP has always struggled here. But then now, especially after the mayor elections, especially after the council elections and the panchayat elections, you have seen that they have had a mayor and in Thiruvananthapuram, which was a major feat, you could say. So the BJP making inroads there is a big news. But both the parties are, equal with each other, and which if supposedly if say the UDF loses, then I think it will be a big huge loss of face for the UDF, especially Mr. Rahul Gandhi, because then in Kerala it is usually there is a flip flop, and already you have the LDF coming into power for 2 times consecutively, which has never happened in the past. So then if third time round the same thing happens, then I think it is a huge loss of face for the Congress and especially its leader, Mr. Rahul Gandhi.
Okay, moving. Okay,
Megha.
okay, and finally, Puducherry, 30 of those seats. It's a union territory. Which way will the tide go?
Megha, here again, this was something which was kind of a Congress stronghold, but then somehow the Congress seems to have a problem holding on to its flock. So here you have somebody who has broken away from the Congress, formed his own party, and there now he is the one who is leading. And now BJP has joined hands with him, and that is how again you have another place which is Puducherry, which is again in the NDA fold. So this time around also there was a huge confusion in the way in which the Congress behaved in terms of giving out the tickets and about their alliances with the DMK, and all of that was a huge mess. So as usual, this has been happening in so many different states, whether it may be in Bihar, whether it may be even in Tamil Nadu, and now in Puducherry also. So again, they are losing badly there on that front. And again, the NDA, that is, I think, is gaining. And I see 15 to 20 seats for the NDA, and for the Congress, I see 5 to 10 seats, not more than 10 seats in any case there, Megha.
Okay, all right, Rajalakshmi Joshi, thank you very much for speaking to us, sharing those numbers, the estimate.